Okay, so let's add some final little pieces of detail to our little guy here. Um, thing I'm thinking about adding is, if we look at our reference, I'm thinking of adding this little button here and here, maybe this pocket, and I think we may be able to create this little GRU insignia. So let's go back and let's start with our buttons. So I'm going to use my work plane tool, drag it onto the surface here, and just kind of roughly get where I want that button to be. Let go, and that'll make it easier placing our button. Then I'm going to drag my cylinder in here, and let's scale this way down. So I'm using the shift button on my keyboard and the left mouse button and dragging on that corner point. Okay, just, oops, that's not what I wanted. Undo, and no, that's being difficult, so I'll just use the arrow key. And just maneuver it in the position. Use the F key to zoom in. Could probably be a little bit smaller. So let's just bring it in just a little bit. There we go. That'll work. Let's switch it to a really dark brown, and let's just try to get it into position a little better. And let's just flatten it down. Okay. And look at our reference. Still a little big, so let's just make it a little smaller. Okay, that's weird, so undo. And I'll try this again. Corner, shift, middle left mouse button, drag in. There we go. Okay, and then use the arrow keys again to put it in a position. There. Okay. Okay, and let's drag our workspace down, and let's select that button, and let's do an edit, duplicate, and I'm going to switch this to 1 millimeter. And I'm going to use my left mouse key and just, oops. Okay, now I'm going to use the mirror tool. See if we can just mirror that. I want to mirror it this way. Perfect. And then let's just frame it dismiss the mirror tool and change our grid snaps to 0.25 and use our arrow key to place it as best we can. Okay. Good. We have that. Now let's get to the pocket, the front pocket. So I think we're going to use one of our community tools. I'm going to go back to the front. And I'm going to use the Smart slot, and that's under Shape Generators, Community tab, number 6. So I'm just going to, well, first I'm going to put my work plane in there by clicking here. It takes me right to my helpers. And I'm going to drag that right, try to get it right in the front. Let's see. Nope, not quite. You can see this little light part, that's where it's the flattest part is. So we want to just drag it probably a little more. There we go. And maybe just a little more to the side. Okay, that'll do. Back up, drag the Smart slot out. And let's scale this down. So select the corner, hold the Shift key, left mouse button. Let's get it in the position. And I use the F key to zoom in on it. There we go. And I'm just using the arrow key to get it roughly in position. Still a little big. So I'm going to Shift, select, left mouse button down. Okay. And then just try to get it in the center. So I'm going to change the width. Let's go to 20. And make this maybe I'm going to leave that and I'm going to cut this right across here. Let's go to my reference. It's a little more circular at the bottom, so let's rotate it 90 degrees on the inside dial. Okay. And then we can cut it up here along the top. So we're going to use one of our holes. And let's shrink this down. There we go. And use the F key to zoom in, and let's get this right. So using the arrow key to align everything. Looks about right. Yeah, that's not too bad. Maybe just a little bit lower. Alright, now let's just shrink this down so we don't have a lot of excessive space there. And now we'll group it. I'll cut off that top part. And then let's just maneuver that up. Use our arrow key. And so I'm going to use the rotation tool just to nudge it on the outside dial. Okay, and then just push it down into, whoa, accidentally selected as goggles. So make sure that red arrow tip turns red so you know you're over it. And it could still rotate it just a little bit on the outside dial. Okay. And I'm going to use the F key to frame. Okay, that looks good. And I'm going to look at the reference. Let's see. Looks about the right size. Could be a little bigger. Again, I'm scaling it up from the corner while holding the shift key. That's the uniform scale. And now I'm just using my arrow key to align it up. And I'm going to use the top control node to push it in. Okay. Now I just turn the color to blue, and we have our little Minion overalls pocket. Okay, so in our next video we will we'll create our GRU logo and put it right there. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you see and you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe.